go.
Option look. Barrett, a keeper, hit hard and knocked
Out at the line of scrimmage.
And 2nd and 11. Barrett looking to throw. Now tucks it. And knocked down short of recent years. 3rd and long against the Spartans has been trouble. But this has been a trouble spot for this defense, allowing conversions. Barrett will roll. Keep it again. And will be stopped short.
Been probably loving the Buckeyes. He makes a great play right here, coming all the way from the backside, and because of his effort here, that play right there prevented.
Ohio State's been a slow starting offense. Touchdowns in only 2 of their opening possessions this season. So Cameron Johnston having the best year of any punter in the country, I believe. Aussie boots it down, and in traffic,
They're going to be in the discussion.
Buckeyes' 2nd possession, and it's Zeke Elliott. Barrett looks to throw off the option behind his receiver. It's more as a quarterback early in his career for senior days in the slot, but Barrett flips it short to Marshall. Marshall has room, slips the tackle, darts out.
State with a defensive line and get the ball out in space where their athletes can make plays. Force the linebackers, force the defensive backs to tackle the skill and the speed of guys like Jalen Marshall, Curtis Samuel, Braxton Miller, Michael Thomas. And I think they'll continue to go back to that. Ball out of the hands.
To the left of Barrett. They look his way in the flat. Braxton thought he might throw the ball. 2nd and 6. Barrett, design run, hit hard as he fielded on 3rd and 3. Spartans have been a very good 3rd and short defense. Mentioned before, not very good in 3rd and long this year. Barrett running, gets the corner, brought down. What a tackle.
This is who it's one-on-one. This guy against this guy. Can you get to the first down marker? He's trying to get right to that 45-yard line. Heck.
2nd, 4th and 1, but sends out Johnston, who will do what he does as well as anybody. Knocked that punt deep, and the fair catch. 32. Elliott behind Barrett in the pistol, and he's got it. Very little running room against that.
To kind of get them to back off and then get back to the running game.
Elliott slams forward, still fighting hard down inside the 25.
That they have come in. Watch them attacking and getting upfield. This is an option game. It is tough to do when you're getting penetration. This is 3rd and short. You have a safety that's freed up. Look how quickly he comes down, collapses, and it's one-on-one.
They need 3. And Elliott hammers forward. Don't move the chains in.
Price, right guard, Pat Elfine comes up, picks up the linebacker right there, and puts Riley Buller right on his back. A heck of.
They have been ruthlessly efficient in the red zone with Barrett at quarterback this year. Elliott cut inside.
Comes into play for Ohio State down in this area.
Option pitch. Elliott pursued and hammered hard by
the 2nd half of the season.
2 tight end look to the left. Elliott runs that way, but is knocked down.
Short yardage. Watch the left side. Watch 54 and 68. You want to follow? You want to know where to go? That's where you go, right there. Then you throw in the right guard, Elfine. That's how you open it up.
Same formation. This time Barrett looks to throw in the flat. Van Ness makes the catch in his. Barrett runs all the way, has a crease, dive for the end zone. All crossed before the knee went down.
Watch the H-back, watch 81, that block right there. He takes Lawrence Thomas out of the picture, and it's just going to come.
Elliott stacked up, didn't get there.
Reschke and Riley Buller, the 2 linebackers, they're able to get involved. It's a nice job of the Michigan State defensive line of getting low matchups. I think they go up the middle here with Zeke Elliott.
They do. Elliott dives, touchdown.
For you on 4th down.
Sean Nurnberger one that he finishes off over the top on 4th down as the Buckeyes jump in front in the sea. The kick from Cronin, who drives it low, and it scoots through on the wet turf. Touch still dangerous. Buckeyes from the 25. And again, that front of Michigan State.
Make plays in the pass game to be able to move the ball consistently.
Barrett Looked briefly to throw, now tries to run and cannot escape as Resch.
And once you decide you're not going to throw the ball, look at this defense, how fast flowing they are. You decide you're not going to throw it, there's just nowhere to go, because not just Calhoun, but you have Resch. Riley Bulla is there almost on every single play. Look how Calhoun works off of Taylor Decker, and there's
yards. On 3rd and 17, empty backfield. Barrett flips it across the middle, too high for Jalen Marshall.
A sticky glove to a leather glove to help him out.
He told us he might go back to the old school leather glove. High snap, Johnston, a very low kick, just bouncing along the ground here. Picked up and now returned from the 35. Johnston.
This will be interesting to see what happens to the football. If he just
is a total shank. It was actually deflected off of a Spartan, and then Miller, the true freshman, picked it up.
You know, he's running right to where all the Michigan State defenders are. It's like it went off the safety there.
Yeah, Zach Leinbach caught a little piece of it, but one of the top punters in America.
And get back to being the punter that he's been the last couple of years.
As you said, so relieved that it didn't cost his team. Barrett throws near side. Thomas just dropped it. Everybody.
And they may win out and finish 9-3, win a bowl game, another 10-win season.
On 2nd and 10, shovel pass into heavy traffic and nothing.
Hill. I mean, they're not hit. Shane Jones, number 49, a backup to Bulla. Look how quick he's in there. I mean, Vanette didn't have a chance, but he got the football on the shovel pass. He looks up and 49's right in his face. They took everyone and the shuffle pass with the line and Jones.
It's on 3rd and 9. Option look. Barrett slips a tackle. He'll be knocked down.
Off sledding against this Michigan State defense.
3 completions, total of 20 yards. This is more like the Cameron Johnson we expect to see. And
Control of this offense.
Barrett, play action on 1st down, does. Boot the ball downfield. Braxton Miller just over his hands. Right there.
And they got to go back to that. I mean, if they want to move the ball, they're going to have to make plays throwing.
Again, Barrett pressured, knocked down Thomas. 38 seconds to go on this 3rd and 5. They fake it to Samuel. Barrett will now flip it to him in the flat, and he's knocked. Absolutely missed the tackle on Thomas and that slant that really turned the game around in East Lansing. Backspin from Johnston. Kings did not call a fair catch at the 4. Wow, that's crazy. Buckeyes have had the last 3 possessions be 3 and out with a total of 2 yards gained.
Back to safety. Nicholson playing better. Calhoun. So this is the best their secondary's looked the last 2 weeks.
Little pump fake on the jet sweep from Barrett. To Barrett's left on 3rd down. He rolls that direction, pump fakes and delivers off the hands of the 5th time today they've done it.
They roll him away from the pressure, but because he's late with the ball, Michigan State's still able to get pressure on him, and he had a wide open Jalen Marshall. You see how he's hesitant? Then he came back to Jalen Marshall, threw the ball with some velocity up high, making it pretty tough on Marshall.
That he can collect the snap and get things away. Had that low goofy punt early. This one is driven back to Kings, who collects it at the 33. And McGarrett Kings knocked down. Many are still here huddled, hoping their Buckeyes can make a play here. Barrett with the keeper, has some space, and that's the first down. Beck and Ed Warner will think about calling in this drive. And that time Barrett is hammered at the interior line. They motion Miller out from the backfield, and it's Barrett straight ahead. And he's fighting hard. And move bunch formation to the right. He wouldn't bet against a quarterback keeper here. And the Spartans are ready for it. They slam Barrett down.
They haven't been tested.
I agree.
You have to throw the ball to be able to talk about the secondary.
Johnston has been tested a few times today, and that punt is mishandled by Kings. Gets away. And the Buckeyes cover it at the 5 as that. Barrett, pop pass, touchdown, Marshall, a one-handed
Opportunity on the outside.
sophomore Nürnberger, last year's kicker.
Here is Harris, a linebacker. Here's Jalen Marshall. But by showing run, you get the linebackers out of position, and it creates a nice big window behind them. But it's a matchup right there with Jalen Marshall against a linebacker. He's going to win that matchup every single time. And Urban Meyer, Ed Warner, and Tim Beck just waiting for the right time to try to call some play action, call some pass plays, and they wait after the big turnover, the first play. J.T. Barrett baits the linebackers in, the one-on-one matchup with Marshall and Harris.
And 7 punts. Barrett Option look, pitch, and Miller out of the backfield, resembling that group at all at the moment. 2nd and 5. Barrett delivers near side. Catch made by Thomas, but a bunch of Spartans converge on him quickly at 15. Elliott 11 for 32 so far. And it's Barrett with a crease. A good block again by Zeke right on cue. Miller early on. Miller's in the slot to the left. And Barrett thought about looking downfield, now just throws into the bend. Had the lead after 3 with that few yards. Elliott just nowhere to escape. Buckeyes need 9 on 3rd down. Barrett facing a blitz, delivers near side. Catch made by change at punt returner R.J. Shelton in after Kings mishandled that last punt. And he's not even going to field it. Just let the thing bounce. And the Buckeyes do a tremendous job. Among the best in the country. It's Marshall in motion. Quarterback looking to throw from his zone. Looking for Thomas downfield. Jump ball broken up. Thomas never had a chance. And swirling around now. Barrett knocked down again in field position. But they gamble a bit. It's Miller on the toss. Makes one man miss. Cannot escape. Braxton Miller already had a crazy low punt earlier in the game. It's Shelton at midfield. And that kick just knocked down by the wind.
Actually, the ball was touched there by Malik. Big